Good morning, students. Welcome to my next video. In my previous video, I explained you about the economic activity which has been divided into three categories, that is business, profession, employment. In this video, I would be explaining you about the business, profession and employment in detail. We will discuss these three things in much more detail, and we will discuss on the same basis about these three things. First of all, I just want to discuss what is business. See, business is something in which we are buying and selling, or we are producing what? The goods and services. Wherever we are doing with the objective, with our sole aim to earn profit, that is business. That means wherever we are purchasing, we are selling, we are producing the goods and services with the aim of earning profit, that is business. Okay, then next we have profession. In profession, what we are doing, we are actually getting some higher qualification according to our concerned profession with some investment. After that, we are providing services to the society, and we are getting fees in return of profession, whatsoever services we are providing in profession. Next we have employment. In employment, what we are doing, in employment actually we are working under someone. We are approaching someone to get the job, and we are working according to their whims and fancies, and we are getting salary or wages in return. The person who is rendering his services to the other person, that person is known as employee, and to whom he is rendering, that is the employer. Okay, for example, if I am working in a school, then I am the employee, and under whom I am working, that person is known as employer. That means the owner of the school. So that was the example. The profession, there is one question might be arising in your mind that if I am a teacher, earlier I was saying that teaching is a profession, then also now I am saying that I am an employee. I am considering myself under the employment. So what is the difference between that? Actually, see, if I am working on my own, that would be profession, as teaching is a profession. And if I am working on my own without rendering my services to anyone, so that would be that at that time it would come under the profession, but now it would be come under the employment. Similarly, I'll give you one more example, like doctor. If the doctor is running his own clinic, so that would be his profession. If he is working in a hospital, then he would be treated as an employee. Okay, now we will discuss about all these three things, like business, profession and employment on these bases. Like first we have commencement. Commencement, that means how do we start? How do we start this business, profession or employment? To start up a business, what do we require? We require the decision of entrepreneur. That means suppose I want to settle up my own business. So what do we require? Just my decision is enough. I have decided I want to start a business, so we will start. Okay. Next, profession. For profession, it's not like that today I thought that no, I will start practicing that I would be going into the court and I'll become the lawyer. No, we require the concerned qualification for that or degree for that. I cannot start like this only. Okay, same with the medical services as well. Okay, if I thought that I want to do medical services, then I need to obtain the concerned qualification or the degree to start that career. Next we have employment. In employment, what do we require? We enter into the employment, entering into the service. That means if we get the job letter from the concerned employer, then I could start my employment. Okay, I'll give the interview or whatsoever. Suppose I decided myself and I went to some place, I gave the interview, I got the job letter. At that time I would be under the employment. Next we have qualification. For business, we require no qualification. That means there is no fixed qualification that we require to start up the business. That if you want to start up a business, so it does not require any qualification. If you require some minimum qualification, then it's okay. If you do not have any qualification, then also it's okay. There is no rule which says that you require some particular qualification. Profession. Yes, in profession, qualification is required as per your profession. That means if we are practicing, if we are a doctor, then yes, if you want to become a doctor, then we require MBBS, and if you want to become a lawyer, then we require LLB, and if you want to become a teacher, then B.Ed is must. Okay, so it varies from profession to profession, that in which profession we are into. Then we have employment. In employment, we require qualification as per the employer. That means whatever qualification one employer need, that qualification we should have. It could be low also and it could be high also. It totally depends upon the employer and it depends upon the job, that for which job we are applying for. Then we have investment. Investment in business as per the business. That means whether we are going for the small business or whether we are going for the large business. It totally depends. So the investment also depend upon that whether we want to open up a shop or a factory or whatsoever. Okay, so it totally depends upon the business, that what is the scale of the business. It could be on large scale or it could be on small scale. Profession, the investment is very limited. Like just say about the teaching, like somebody is there. This is what I'm not saying to get that qualification what investment is required. I'm saying that how much investment it requires to start up that. That means if we want to start practicing, that how much investment it requires. Like in profession, just take the example of teaching. What a teacher is requiring if we want to continue his profession: board, chalk, some chairs for the students, or some fan or basic item. Not much investment like business. Okay, here the employee need no investment. That means employee is already rendering his services. That would be enough. There is no investment which is required by the employee. Okay, and if you have some query, then do post your query whatsoever you have. Next we have risk. In business, we actually have really high risk because it totally depends. It is customer oriented, totally depend upon the customer whether that consumer would approach our business or not. Okay, so you know what, students, that business is somewhat dependent upon the creativity or ideas what we have, whether we are able to touch the perfect market of the consumers or not. That means whichever market we want to approach of consumer, whether we are able to approach that or not. Let's say if I am in Kesari Singhpur. Okay, here I have opened up one well furnished and mall over here. So obviously I would be in a great loss. Why? Because first of all, the population is very less. Secondly, they are not able to afford so much high quality goods and that much luxurious services. So it totally depends upon us that how much creative we are and what are the ideas and what are our strategy behind our business. So the business is full of risk. Next, here we have moderate risk. It totally depends upon the quality which we people are providing. Okay, if we are able to satisfy the consumer, then yes, then there is no risk. If we are not able to satisfy the consumer, then yes, there is a risk. Next we have employment. In employment, as there is no risk, that means once you are appointed by giving the interview, by already showing your abilities. So there is no risk. That means you are going to get your salary every month till the time you are doing the job. The main objective of business is to earn profit. As I just told you when I was explaining you what is business, that the main aim, the sole aim of business is to earn profit only. Then here is to provide the service. See, we are providing the services. The profession is there to provide the services. Yes, we are here to earn the money as well, but service is our prime objective. Next we have earn livelihood. That means in employment, what is the sole aim of providing the what is the sole aim of providing the services? That to earn livelihood. That means a person is rendering his services, giving his services. Why? Because he want to earn his livelihood. Code of conduct. First of all, let us understand what is code of conduct. Code of conduct, that means code is kind of password, as you know. Password, you could say that how to behave. Code of conduct, in simple words, I could say how to behave. Okay, so in business there is no code of conduct, and that means there is no rule which say that you are supposed to behave like particular way or you are supposed to do like this to the customer. And so no, there is no code of conduct. Nobody will tell you how to behave with the consumers. Then we have profession. In profession, as per association. See, like bar council we have for the lawyers. Then bar council gives a code of conduct to the lawyers that how you are supposed to behave with your clients in front of the judge in the court. And if you will violate that code of conduct, then that person would be punishable. Okay. So there is an association, like for doctors we have medical association, for lawyers we have bar council. They tells us that how actually we are supposed to behave with our clients. Next we have employment. In employment, as per employer, the code of conduct, we are supposed to behave, the employees are supposed to behave as per the requirement of the employer. That means what an employer want, what an employer want or requires. Okay, they would tell you that how we are supposed to behave, and it varies from industry to industry. In whichever industry we are working, whether we are in the corporate world, whether we are in the education field or some other field, it actually varies from industry to industry, in whichever industry we are working. So this code of conduct is totally depend upon the employer, that what employer wants from us. Next we have nature of work. In nature of work, that means what kind of work we are supposed to do. What we are supposed to do in these particular areas, like in business, what we are doing, we are exchanging the goods and services. Here in profession, we are providing the services only. We are not providing any kind of good. Teacher is not giving you any kind of good or tangible item. Here in business, we are giving you sometimes tangible items, and sometimes we are not giving you any kind of tangible item. Rather, we are giving you only the services. Next we have as assigned by employer. That means here we are giving whatsoever assigned by employer. Many a time we got the job to provide some products, like marketing job, we are supposed to sell the product. So at that time we are providing the goods, and sometimes if the field is there, like we are as the employee, so at that time we are supposed to give the services. Okay, we are supposed to give the services to the clients.